Hello, hello, my lovely and wonderful punks. I hope you're doing well. Oh, shit. OBS, why are you doing this? Well, looks like once again we're having overlay issues. Although I did hear some people talking about, what's it called? Cloudflare having problems today. That's fucking with Discord, so maybe that's fucking with, whatever OBS uses to make my overlays appear as well. Oh, well. It'll be fine. We can do it without it. Um, yeah. Um, I'm sorry. I'm an additional. Uh, Me being an hour late was about expected. And I would have been live at 3:30. Um, but I'm an extra 9-10 minutes late because uh, fucking opened the opened Blue Sky to make my post, and the Trump's fucking Gestapo are at it again. They while while her blah while his uh head of the Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, was giving a press meeting about how she's going to liberate a place by arresting the governor. A sitting U.S. senator walked in to ask her questions and, hear what she was saying, and she sicked the FBI on him and arrested him. So we are to the point where we are arresting governors and United States senators. It sure makes the people going, the Mexican flag isn't good optics. From like a few days ago, people look like the assholes. Of course, they already look like fucking assholes, but now they look more like fucking assholes. We're gonna try and distract ourselves from that because there's not anything we can do about it at the moment, unless you live somewhere where you can be attending a protest. If you can be attending a protest right now, maybe go do that instead of watching me. But I don't imagine most of you are at a location where something like that's going on. I just realized I have like a 1/4 inch of dust on the top of my monitor. I really need to get a dust rag and dust around my computer sometime soon. Anyway, we're going to do Stanley Parable for a few hours, and then I am going to have to get groceries tonight. We thought about, it's so hot, we thought maybe, okay, well, we'll put it off until Sunday. But no, starting Saturday, it's supposed to start thunderstorming, and then it won't stop thunderstorming the entire week. So not only do we need to get groceries today, but we need to figure out a solution for next week. Possibly asking our friend for a ride, because fuck if we're going to be going grocery shopping in a thunderstorm. Also, um, for anyone who's played Stanley Parable before, should it be asking me to input the time again? It asked me this the first time. Let's see who's here. Hello, Theo. Hello, Marcel. Twitch still works. It does for now, at least. Hello, CME. She didn't say she'd arrest them. She said they'd liberate the city from failed leadership. She said that she's going to liberate the city from failed member leadership, but she said she was going to do that by having him arrested. Like, they've sent people to do it. So close to the screen. Can I get closer? Can I get closer? Oh, wait. Let me do it this way. Learned this trick from Mozelle. Whoopsie. Not that part. Hello. I'm here. I know my head's being cut off because because that's how it works. Can I get even closer? No, this is maximum closeness. This is as much Mibli as you can handle in a moment. So much that if I move my head too much, I go off screen. Ah. Okay, back to whoopsie. Like this. Make sure my. The problem is always making sure my. Excuse me, making sure my hair stays in frame. Okay, I think my hair stays in frame. Of course, you drive us. Thanks, Mazel. Yeah, if it really does end up thunderstorming all next week. Good to appreciate the details. Yeah. Pretty eyeliner, of course. Pretty eyeliner. Okay, well, 3:44 p.m. Oh wait, maybe I need to do. There we go. 3:44 p.m. Theo, you were first. Mischief, thank you for the payout package. I guess it just became 3:45. I've lied to you, video game. Hang on, hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Sure thing, you are a video game. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. Okay. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set to 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to your video game now. Alright. Alright, now here's the other question. Last time we ended, it rebooted me with the bucket in the new content zone. Am I going to resume in the new content zone with the bucket, or am I going to be tossed into a random start? I hope it remembers.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That's me.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee
the balloon.
number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Okay. Also, did I turn on the sound? Welcome back. Quit the. Yes, I did. Okay. Welcome back. Quit the game, then start again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That means
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, if I remember correctly, the new content is over
good.
here.
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Alright, is it going to bring me right back to where I was now? Wonder who made you think of this? Hi, Jova. I believe you may have inspired, I forget exactly how the conversation went. I think you may have inspired Specs, as well as myself, because Specs bought the game for me. I didn't own it.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
I've never played the original either, so.
Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
The demonstration?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce
Is that
for the first time ever,
an ending for
the
this game, or is that a
Stanley
different video
Parable
game? If If it's a different video game, I have not played it. If it's an ending in this video game, then
Yes, you see,
I'm
isn't
not
this far
sure.
superior to a
don't
measly
think so.
re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up.
We're
Wide
rushing through
assembly
this because I played this
possibilities. It could
yesterday
go
and I
in
did
so
get through
many
this bit
different
already.
directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Free
Now, to
demo,
be
but
clear,
completely different
I
from the
haven't
original.
quite nailed down what
I see.
exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
Yes.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I think you just witnessed Jova. Oh no, you're evil. Is that how it works? Does witnessing Jova make you evil? Damn. Alright, so it had locked the bucket onto me last time, so let's get the bucket
That it
again.
was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to
Worth
say
playing
that
at some
after
point,
much
and it's free,
consideration,
probably 15
I
minutes,
engineered a
15 to
clever
30 minutes.
solution
Cool.
to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Yeah.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance. While
Love
the
me some
bucket is in
jarring
your
cognitive
arms.
dissonance.
And to be honest, it's a
That's my
much more
kink.
convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Thank you.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Yeah.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go all
Cognitive
around, don't they?
dissonance. You're right,
All this
Mizel.
and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
So, last time we went in the hole.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
They should.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
We looked at the merch. We saw the button that says John. I'm just going to make us redo some stuff. I don't remember. There's a map somewhere. They've lied to me. Lied to me. Yeah, I don't have any jumps left in the jump circle. Map.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Did I get the collectible? Yeah. Let's see. Last time we did the jump circle, this map, the free achievement that lied to me. The button that says the name of the player that's playing this game, but it says John. The merch. We didn't do the settings world champion. We couldn't get in there. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket, the office decorations, the epilogue, the collectible, the infinite hole. Okay, we did everything except for the settings world champion and leaving. So I don't want to go in the hole again. Well, I do want to go in the hole again, but out of order. I've already been here. Okay, it remembers that I've been here. Okay, in that case, the only thing I need to do is figure out how to get into the settings world championship. How many times have I booted this game? It's the second time. And have you changed the settings at the beginning? That's unrelated to settings world champion. I've adjusted the sound. That's the only thing I've adjusted. Oh, it should prompt you to, like, set the time and stuff. Oh, I have set the time. This was my second time setting the time, and it was like, wow, thank you for setting the time properly. Next time, you can set the time to whatever your favorite time is. Cannot exit. I must need to redo some of the stuff. I'm gonna try and get my free achievement again. Give it to me. I want it.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement
Yes.
that got left in the game on accident?
Yes,
well,
I do.
I'm developing a technology to
Give it to
simply
me.
give
Give it
you
to
the
me.
achievement.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Perhaps
Give
I
it.
should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken.
Settings World Champ, you need to change every
But I
setting in the
guarantee
setting
it will be
menu to
fixed
every
in the
possible
sequel
setting.
to at
Okay.
last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give it to me. Slide the slider all the way each way, toggle a setting, and back. Okay. Cool, cool. Oh, achievement. What achievement? Evil machine. Evil machine. Evil. Okay.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Yeah, it's gonna make me redo
You know
some
what?
of them.
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Beep boop bop, beep boop boop bop. Okay. We'll go redo the button that says John. Or is Jim.
Epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Cold drinks. Oh, you're so much better than the sequel. Love you, cold drinks.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
That's
Okay,
right. I
here we
am
go.
James
Let's take a
Stephanie
deep breath,
Sterling.
Clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I have
want
been
you to imagine
sued
yourself
by
living
2
with
hack
Jim,
video game
sleeping and
producers,
waking as
and I am a
falling
semi-professional
in love and
wrestler.
being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams
and
crumble
round.
into dust.
Comes
Do you feel it
around
deeply?
the day
Are
goes
you
around.
really,
So I'm being
truly
so
Jim
dismissive
right
at the
now?
moment. Like I
If
said, I've
so,
already
then
done
please
parts
step
of
forward
this.
and press the
I just
button.
I had to quit yesterday after the whole experience.
Jim,
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim,
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
It's true.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
The bottom of my desk is white with cum.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Alright.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I picked this one last time, so we'll pick this one this time.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes
What time?
you realize
What
that
line
you
to turn the
knew which
volume
one
up
you
on.
actually really wanted
Glad to
all
help,
along.
Mazal.
Get Well Someday it is.
Hooray.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Alright. So as much as I'd like to, I'm not going to fall into the hole 20 times this time. I'm going to fall into the hole once,
Stanley,
and then we will leave.
here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like.
And I already know that you're a liar.
Games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Beep boop bop, beep beep boop boop bop, beep boop ba doop. A boopity boopity boop. Can't go that way. I loved the hole. The hole is great. I wish to be in the hole at all times. Beep boop skunks. Okay, what's left? Jump circle, map, free achievement button that says player name, merch. Go to the merch again. Settings, world champion. Reassurance bucket. Office decorations, epilogue, collectible. It said I couldn't do the collectible again. Infinite hole and exit. That's everything. Can I leave? No, I cannot leave. It says I've already found the Stanley. Okay, go ahead and do the settings menu thing. All right, I'll do that. Let's go stand by the door to do it. Here we go. Here we go. All right, you guys are about to see my elite gamer skills settings. Field of view. Bam. Camera sensitivity. Boop, 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 boop. Invert Y. Color vibration. English, Deutsch, Francais, Italiano, Espanol, Russian. Also Russian. Polski, Portuguese. Japanese. Korean. So this is Japanese. The other one was Chinese. English. Oh, wait. We gotta keep the subtitles on so that we can know that we maxed out the subtitle settings as well. No, 80. No, 80. 80. Oh, reticule. Dot. First person shooter, second person shooter. Plasma rifle. Joe's favorite. Play of the game. Windows. I can stay at 20. There we go. An impossibly small and possibly thin dot reticule. Translation labels on. Oh boy. and off again. Color labels on. Enables additional text to gameplay critical colors. Oh, thank you. I was just throwing a fit last night about blueprints. I failed a kind of hard to get to puzzle because I couldn't fucking parse the colors. Need to restart the map to open it now? Ah, okay, well, we'll still stand here anyway. Content warnings. That's nice. I appreciate you, video game. Low dexterity mode. Auto walk. Toggle auto walk. Player data. I figure I don't want to hit these. Audio. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 4D.
This is the main step.
Hey, okay, I got settings world champion, so I guess I didn't need to fuck with the video or the controls. Alright. Resume the game. Aha!
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement.
Yay!
Well done. You've experienced every setting. Traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen.
So cool.
Just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting. Something called bumpscosity. What exactly is
that a bucket?
bumpscosity?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Thank you, narrator main. You are the champion of setting all the sliders to all the possible numbers. Please enjoy this room. This is your room. It was made just for you. We'll never set the settings to every possible setting. I love how fried that meme is. Wow, look at all these chairs that I get. And a trophy. Wow. Okay. Alright, I did the video game. Can I leave? What's the trophy say? Did it say anything? Oh, it does say something, but I can't quite make it out. Settings World Champion. I can't leave. Oh, wait. Is the exit that way? Oh. I perhaps got confused. Perhaps a little bit got confused. I am not a navigational skunk.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah.
Ready to move on now?
Yeah. The Stanley. The Parable. No screenshots. You got it.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but
You got
I can
confused
feel it
too?
in my
Okay.
soul. It's going to work. There's definitely
You got
a
it,
good
boss.
game in there somewhere.
I believe in you.
Let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
Yeah.
sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
A Jag. The beginning is never the beginning is never the beginning.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
It is a lot
and
of gags.
I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Might I make a suggestion?
More than anything to create a sequel
Make
that would
the
capture
achievement
all
lever
the
work.
magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Of course.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction,
Thank you for shouting people out, Jag.
The Stanley Parable 2.
You shout out Jova as well.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Thank you. Oh. Wow. Wow. Oh, and you get to go through the room a little bit, and it's red. It appears you can. Wow. Alright. Where's my... Yes! Bumscosity. 0, 1, 12, 50, 76, 100, and then 1,000. Oh, you know we're going 1,000 bumscosity. It's the attention to detail.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was...
You gotta watch the intro this
He sat
time.
at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Alright, where's
And
my
then one
achievement
day,
lever,
something
bitch?
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say
Balloons.
hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was
Balloons.
very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move
Balloons.
for the longest time. But as he
We
came
need
to
to
his
get our
wits
dart
and regained
monkeys
his
ready.
senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Where's
Stanley
the
decided to go
achievement
to the meeting
lever?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the achievement lever? The bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Wait. Go. That's all the dialogue you've got? Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
Yes.
and entered the door on his left.
I want my achievement lever. I'm gonna follow what he says this time because I
Still
want
no
my
one was
achievement
here.
lever.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Nah,
Perhaps
that's
his
fine.
boss's office
I'll figure
was
it
where
out
he'd
at some
find
point.
answers.
I appreciate it though,
Coming
Yoba.
to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
And the
office.
bucket? Wow. Oh, the executive bathroom. Never gone in the executive bathroom.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not
I
for
should
the
go in
soothing
sometime. I
presence of the
definitely will.
bucket. Even now,
Yay, the
in
bucket.
its darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
Always.
The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
I don't see it.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Hooray!
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
The bucket
Was the
knew.
bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Wow, a
We
collectible.
found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Thank you, Mr. Man. Why is there a bucket now? For emotional support. It makes me feel safe, and it makes my tits look bigger. God damn it, I keep forgetting that I have to manually shut it off.
The elevator raced downward, plummeted.
The sequel is now paused. One sec. No, it's mine. It's Discord is supposed to detect OBS and automatically enable streamer mode, and it just hasn't for weeks. And I just keep forgetting that it's a thing that I have to set up now, because it's dumb that I should have to set it up. There we go. All right. It should be going now.
Towards an unknown fate.
But the
It
bucket will
would be
protect
all
me.
Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Bucket.
Soothing him, comforting him,
Love you, bucket.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh, right. I gotta keep going. Bucket.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
It'll be okay, Bucket. Shh, shh, shh. It's okay. Everything's okay.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence
What?
as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Please.
No! He screamed into the
No!
bucket. He couldn't accept it.
No!
His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I had to clean up all the vomit because of people. It'll be okay, Bucket. We'll get out of here and live a life together,
But here was
free
the
of
proof.
judgment.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
for he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way.
Ah, hell yeah.
And the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Hell yeah, Bucket. I love you, Bucket. You're so cool. I'm going to get fan art of the Bucket and my OC Do Not Steal kissing.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Turn it on, press the on button, take the mind control into my own hands. Wow.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind
that's
of
not my
life they wanted
fault.
to live once they stepped through this massive door.
This particular bug is
Bucket
not my
wanted to learn
fault.
to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to
Nah, he's
support.
making a joke. I forgot to forget. Because I forget
Wait.
to so often.
What was happening?
What?
Why had the door stopped?
Okay.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No.
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
At least he has
To be
the
trapped
bucket.
eternally in darkness isn't really
To be
so
trapped
bad,
eternally in darkness
Stanley
isn't
thought to
really so
himself.
bad.
As long as I have my
As long as I
bucket
have my
with
bucket
me,
with me,
I'll be okay, won't
won't
I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh, I respawned. I guess that was an ending. But yeah, so Cloudflare is having problems today, and it's fucking up Discord and it's fucking up a bunch of other websites. Like I know some people can't work today. Close the start door if I haven't before leaving. Okay.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
Ugh.
What if a crucial outcome fell under his
Ugh.
responsibility? He had never been trained for that.
Yeah.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley
Thing
thought
to
to
do
himself,
now
is to wait. Nothing will hurt me.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
In here,
In here
I
I'd
can
be happy forever.
I will be happy.
I will be happy.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Very nice.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Figurines Finder Committee meeting today in the meeting room. You can find the other figurines. I don't... Sorry, Bucket. I'm sorry. You're going to have to stay here. Am I still in part? Yeah, I'm still in the sequel. I wonder if it stays the sequel forever.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Whoa. How can we find them? There will be a reward for finding them all. Yes, yes, yes. A reward. An achievement. You will give me an achievement for finding them all. Stop kidding yourselves. I want them so bad I want to go home. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Lies. Who are you? 666 lol. Lol looks like 427. Ha ha ha. 5 there be. Just take 3 from me. Gotta collect them all. Mission status. Place to search. Inside of a sequel exhibit. A large room. Lots of boxes. Stairs. Something to do with stairs. Some were both red and blue. Nearby a fireplace. A private but smelly place for an important person. Ah, okay. Well, you do need to go into the executive bathroom. Thinking, no. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. Warehouse access plan. 1. Produce 1 plank to allow ease of access past fence. 2. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny flat. Float. 3. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. 4. Construct new structurally sound bridge. We need more planks. We need to get to Miv's bedroom. Trust the completionist instinct. Yes, correct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless, TBH. Weird spinning figurines, ideas. What do they want? Our data, stock options, money? Should we make them Limbics interns? Maybe. Yes. Why do they look like 427? Floating. Magic. Our quarterly success. Magnets. Training exercise. Dreams. Ideas. How many of them are there? Numbers. How can we sell them? Or can we sell them? Obviously. More money if sold together. One in the cargo room. Employee 421 building a bridge. Bonds stiff. What we know, what we forget, what we don't know yet. And how do we need to do we need contracts for them? NDA, potential liability. Bottom text. Maybe we are the collectibles. Oh my god. Whom it may concern. I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our regular office ambiances or local audio sources using an array of cardioid microphones, also known as a directional mic, a microphone which picks up sound from a particular area. Analysis of recordings allows me to triangulate the source of the strange noises. Data shows that, in all likelihood, it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks to be reverberance off a porcelain surface. Anyone have any leads on this? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? Good luck, quotes. Do not leave the office before reporting back any new findings. Okie dokie. Well, we know where one is. Hey, the broom closet opened.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okie dokie, boss.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Toilet. What? Okay. There it is. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Extreme bathrooms.
Another miniature Stanley.
Yay!
There's, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines?
Ooh,
yes, I think I like
Stanlerines.
that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Let me see the list again. Yeah, give me a second. Wash our hands. The mirror reflects nothing. What a nice bathroom. Make a way back down, way back down. Boop 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 ba doop boop. Doobity doobity. Hear it. I hear its siren call.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley?
I like
what name better
Stanlerines.
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Hooray! Unfortunately, the door is gone, so I don't think I can get them all this run. Or is it this door? Either way, I can't go that way. There's a good reason Stanley never went outside. You see, Stanley is actually a vampire. Well, I got 4 out of 6. I'll get the rest next time.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting
This
he had
time
left
I'll
his
actually
post
go
during
down the
work
hallway.
hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Yeah, I've already done this
All
one.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
I should have gone the other
why couldn't he
direction.
see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This
Yeah,
can't be
I've
real.
already done this
And
ending,
at
or I would be
last, He came
acting.
to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled.
Care package,
This
thank
is
you,
all
Dark
a
Mr.
dream.
Goon. Hi, Dragoon, how are
What
you?
relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Oh, it's good
He
to know
wasn't
there's
going
not
to
any
lose his
additional
job.
endings
He
down
wasn't
here.
crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah, begin the game again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
How you
Perhaps
doing?
he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley's Paranormal Adventure. It's true. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah. Stairs, something to do with stairs. We got that one. And a private but smelly place for an important person. So we need the cargo hold and somewhere both red and blue. I don't know where somewhere both red and blue is. But I think... Oh no, we're locked off from the cargo hold. We'll have to do the cargo hold next time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What cargo hold? Why car not hold there? Good point. Aha, this is new. We haven't gone in here before. Elevator. Boop, boop. Boom, boom. Oh, hell yeah. Had some storms roll through and knock out power for a couple hours. Oh no. Glad that it got fixed. That's good to hear. We're supposed to have thunderstorms all this coming week. Riding an elevator is really fun. You should do it every chance that you get. When I was a kid, there was a library in my town. It had the kids section upstairs and the elevator, even though it was only a 2-story building. And so we would race. One of us would run up the stairs and the rest would go in the elevator and see who got to the upstairs first. This was a realistic race because we were like 5 years old, not any older than that. We were little kids. This elevator is taking much longer than that elevator ever did. I have no idea how long this elevator is or if it goes to infinity. Hello, Mary. How are you? Welcome into the elevator. Jag, if you're still around, if you could shout out Mary Lamb. Mary's a very talented artist and very cute streamer. You guys should go and check her out. You hope this ride ends soon. You want off Mr. Stanley's Wild Ride? There is no escape. Bum-ba-dum. Boom. Too kind? Aw. Just a little shouty outy. We do what we can. Bum-bum. Oh, I forgot to press the button. Yes. I see. Oh, is it just the closet? Fantastic. It's not an elevator, it's just a room to chill in. Just a place to hang.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human
what
life.
was it? 2.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley
4,
wondered in
8,
disbelief
5.
who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from
2,
him?
5.
What he could
8,
not have
4.
known was that the keypad
No.
behind the boss's desk guarded the
2.
terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
2, 8, 4,
But of
5.
course,
Someday I'll
Stanley
remember
could
this
get
number.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly
Wow.
opened passageway.
It's just a closet that shakes and plays music. Everyone needs one for their office, for their home.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You got it, boss. I press the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
No, I don't.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible
Oh,
to
no.
believe. It couldn't be true.
Oh,
Had
God.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Oh, dear.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
So, Sorry, Mary. At this point, I've done this route. We're now in the sequel. And I'm trying to get some stuff that I haven't gotten before.
He refused
So we've done
to
most of
believe
this,
it.
but we
He
are going to go
couldn't
and
accept
hit
it. His own
yes
life
on the
in
mind control
someone
button this
else's
time.
control? Never. It
Never.
was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his
But my true
entire
goal is to
life
get all the
utterly
collectibles.
blind
I have to
the
get all the
world?
collectibles. I need the collectibles. There will be an
But here
achievement
was the
for
proof,
Mivlia. Yes,
the
yes.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Or I could step
happy,
into this.
Or sad, or content.
Juice.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
I thought maybe it would be the
he
infinity
would
hole.
dismantle the controls once and
Magic.
for all.
Tragic, I want the infinity hole. I want to return to hole. Okay. Hooray!
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls,
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
After they kept you enslaved all these years,
Yeah.
you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself?
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yeah.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do.
Thanks,
but
boss.
you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
No.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say
3 seconds.
2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Thanks, boss.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me,
yes.
where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Yeah.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Sure.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Oh, yeah.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
He wasn't
But I'm
lying.
enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear
It's a
me,
tool you
what's
can
the
hang
matter,
on the
Stanley?
wall or wear it
Is
on
that
your
you
wrist.
have no idea
The
where
past
you're
is far
going or
behind
what you're
us.
supposed to
The
be doing
future
right
doesn't
now?
exist.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
There's
I
a
mean,
big off
look at
button.
you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
I haven't clicked on
These
shit.
numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
No.
That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any
I'm just
idea what your
vibing.
purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer
You know,
is
I'd
a
love to be
catalyst
here,
keep
the bucket,
action
it's
moving
true.
along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Okie dokie. You got it,
Take a look
boss.
at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to strike.
27 seconds.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
That's an ending.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Show this to the bucket, it'll comfort you. Smart. I did it! I won! Victory for Mivlia! Okay, I gotta go to pee. I'll be right back. What a baby. Now do it, but when? I mean, at some point, for sure. But first, we need to find our collectibles.
All of his co-workers were gone.
It
What
means
could
I've
it
got a
mean?
job.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Boop bop. Beep-a-doop bop-a-doop beep-a-doop bop.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Wow.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Boopity boopity boop. Where's my
Stanley was so
collectible
bad at
narrator?
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright. I heard something about a bridge. Oh, I see it. Ooh. We gotta do some hardcore parkour. Whoop. It's worth it. It's worth it to make the number go up.
You're getting close now, Stanley.
I
You've
sure
nearly
am.
gotten all of the Figler Anlarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlarines. None of us can.
Hooray! Can I get down? Or is this death? I think this might be death. I'm going to assume that there's just a kill box down there. There's a vent. A vent, you say? But if I vent, then I'll be sus. There is a vent.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Oh no,
that it
it's
seemed the office
tapes.
had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
Interesting.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you?
No.
What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelation.
Not at all,
I bet
boss.
each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you.
You're so accusatory.
Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
I didn't choose. I came here and hit a button.
I'm sad. Look what
sir.
you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Sir. I'm going to report you to HR. How dare I hit a button?
Yeah.
Hi, babe.
Oh,
You taste like flute.
I just had a yogurt.
Yogurt, girlfriend. Eat yo. Eat girlfriend.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we
How
all
amusing, they'll
just
find it.
laugh and
Oh, won't
laugh
they
at
all
the
just
time
laugh and laugh at the time I
everyone
thought
had
everyone had
missing?
gone missing. That's different dialogue. I wasn't expecting it, so I
No
missed the
matter
first
how
line.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, one more. Where's a place that's both red and blue? Which location in this office has the bisexual lighting? Let's take the bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Not following me too closely? The stream? Ah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We haven't gone down the maintenance shaft. I think that's the only place we haven't gone. Doing a big think. I think that's the only place we haven't gone.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt
Have I
the
gone to the
bucket
right with the
calling
bucket?
to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes, the bucket knows best. I must have a little break. There's more?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley
Yes.
thought to himself. Yes,
Yes, perhaps it truly was.
How insightful the bucket turned
You're
out
so
to
smart,
be.
Bucket. Bucket, would you like a cold drink? Go back near the
Truly,
lift thing.
being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Thank you, Bucket. Let's get a cold drink for $1.25. Go back near the lift thing?
Perhaps
Okay.
this was where the bucket felt most truly at home.
That's true, we
Here
can
in
also
the
go straight
employee
over here.
lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Wow.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the
Again, if it
bucket
works
and
with
the
bucket,
employee
that's okay.
lounge
We'll figure it
shared
out.
a special connection.
Yeah, the bucket loves the lounge. And the lounge loves the bucket. And I would like a cold drink. I would like a cold drink. There's always more. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end. Too true. Taste the sequel? Yuck, gross. Sequel disgusting. I want cold drinks. Alright, let's go, Bucket.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they
Yeah,
took the
heads fell.
first open door on their left to get back to business.
Nope. This way.
No.
Said the
No!
bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
Go
somewhere else.
The cargo lift.
Cargo lift, yes, go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Whatever you say, Bucket.
Said the bucket.
Good.
Now ride the
Now
lift
ride
all
lift
the
all
way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed
What
him,
else
of
do I
course,
see
because
out there?
buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he
I see that
unthinkingly
path
did
that we could
whatever
go
the bucket
down.
asked.
We'll do that next time. I want to see what the bucket wants. The bucket is telling me what to think and how to be.
In here.
In
Said the
here.
bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Got it,
Stanley
bucket.
once again obeyed blindly.
Are you gonna call my wife, Bucket? Are you gonna talk to my wife?
Now pick up the phone.
Now pick
Said
up
the
the
bucket.
phone.
Pick up the
Pick up
phone,
the phone
and it will take us back home, where we can go about
our
life together.
You got it, Bucket.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
I have control. He has control. Wow, the beige pages. Wow, we have a nice apartment. Where's my bucket? Where's my bucket? Jazz music. Bucket. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press J to take me to work with you. Wow.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders.
Yes, it does.
Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Wrong. Bucket. Press O to take me back home with you. Okay.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to
I
me.
did hear you. No, I won't. Where's my bucket? Bucket. Are you in the bedroom? Bucket. 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 A bucket.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk.
Wrong.
All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
It
That's
can transport
It
solids
doesn't do
and
anything
gases.
else.
It can transport any state of matter, except for possibly plasma. And then I've heard there's actually even more states of matter after that. But it will transport all of the states of matter I learned about in 3rd grade science. Don't listen to the loud man. Let's go home, Bucket.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he
You're just
trusted and listened
jealous.
to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
You need to move on, narrator. You need to find someone else. The Bucket and I are happy. And to ignore everyone in your life except for me. You got it, Bucket.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You want to join our polycule, Mr. Narrator? You can also listen to the Bucket. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Of course I do.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
He's only into pans? Ah. Are you having a good time, Bucket, sweetie? Are you enjoying watching the color white? Press M to relive the same day with me forever, over and over and over and again? Sure thing, Bucket.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Love
Why
you,
do I feel
Bucket.
some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Bucket. Go home to work, to home, to work, to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Here we go. Here's the pan. Here it is, Drag, the bucket room. Just as you foretold. What time is it? Midnight 13.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Give me the bucket, Stanley. No. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Love that the bucket's in the art now. Excellent. Go back to work, Stanley. You got it, Bucket. Whatever you say, Bucket. I love you. Well, that was a nice eternity.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Alright, let's get that last collectible.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ignoring the bucket?
The lounge was
It's okay,
sublime,
the bucket can have a
work
break.
of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's go.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Think I need to ignore it for this one?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really?
Parkour.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Say that.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Good thing, boss. $281. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Ah, that's a B. 2B4.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Boy. It's red and blue.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Or, alternatively, there it is. There it is, everyone. The last collectible.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Yay!
Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
Give me an achievement.
This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Give me an achievement.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that.
Give it to me.
So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Give me an achievement. I want an achievement. Give it to me. Give me achievements. Harry 101 UK once made a vid where he replaced a bunch of the narrator's voice lines with Wheatley's voice. Aw, that's cool. Totally done. Completely done. Definitely won't be more things waiting for me. Okay. Right.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, you got it, boss. I'm colorblind.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Read the door? Wow.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
yeah.
Don't let me stop you.
Okay.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see?
Lesbians.
Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
Whoa.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
That's so cool. Oh.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Well, I'm going to do the most helpful feedback I can and give it a 3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Can I give it more ratings?
Based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Whoop. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Good old Neil is offline. 2 seconds. That can't be real. That's hacking. Where am I? Stanley 427 is on. Oh. 7 hours 37 6. Wow, I'm last? I'm so proud of myself. Why not ask some friends for help? Error, friends list is empty. Oh no. I don't have any friends. Ceiling light. You're superior. A dead rat is objectively ranked above me. That makes sense. Dead rats are pretty cool. Are we done? Yes, we are done. Okay, what if I go this way again?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
You're right. You rank higher than Skunk? Wow. Alright. Did the leaderboard inspire me? I'd say on a chart from 1 to 5, that was a 3.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Okie dokie,
You wouldn't
boss.
mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Oh.
You click the button to move him back to the right.
Baby.
And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I wonder if you can get something for playing it for 4 hours. Bye, baby. Bye-bye.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do.
I didn't know what to
completely
do.
out of ideas. I can't think of a single
You
thing that might
tried.
improve the experience for me. I'm not
Hi,
even going to
bud.
try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
It's
Thank
over.
you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okie dokie, boss. Whatever you say. Fuck them kids.
Ah,
fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
You're right.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
This is fantastic.
I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
This is absolutely amazing. I've never played Firewatch, but I've seen some people play it. Oh, whoops, I went the wrong way. This is great. I love this. I'd lose my shit if the entirety of Firewatch was in here.
No, it can't be.
I'm going to assume that it's not. It's a truncated version.
It's an open world game. Good
no.
God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Look, there's a hole.
Out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Oh god, what are we going to be in next?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
What else's games have you got? Never played a video game? It's true. What is this, Rocket League?
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Wow.
There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
I really hope a car just
if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Like, please, just have a car come out of nowhere and yeet me.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
Wow.
What fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Okay.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I'm going to score a goal.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that... Hold on. What are you doing?
I didn't mean to fall down.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, boss. This way? Uh-oh. You didn't do this? Something new! Well, I mean, obviously we turn around. No. This was an accident. Okay. A light at the end of the tunnel. You never tried to fall into the goal? Well, I'm disappointed. I want to see what other video games I could have gotten into. But at least we're going to get something here. Oh ho ho. Computers. I kind of thought this would be something, but I guess not. Okay.
I wonder what he
Original design when it was a Gary's Mod thing.
What he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Yes.
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
No.
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
You got it, boss. The end is never the end. The end is never. True. You're right. Oh.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's just...
Sure, what's up, boss?
It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
Yeah, I need an achievement.
Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
You got it, boss.
One more time.
Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Wow. This isn't it. Yeah, this way. Wow.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure,
we
it
knew
said
it would be
6 right
six.
there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
You're so right.
We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Seven? I wonder if it remembers the order.
And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Wow.
Okay, let's do a little quiz.
Oh.
Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Yeah, it was under the stairs.
No. Under the stairs was the 4th place you found a Figanley, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they?
Was it the bathroom
If
first?
under the stairs feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
I guess I did go upstairs and then come back down. I could have sworn I saw it first, though.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
No, we didn't.
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
This is a lie. Went to the bathroom, then tried to go back to the meeting room. Ah, that's right. This didn't happen, though. I remember this.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Wow.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give me that 2009 YouTube. 2009, 2007. Boy, the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
And then it was this one.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
You are in the present.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment.
When did this
Nothing left
happen?
to do but move
Now.
on into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
This moment was different because it came with no achievement. Yeah, where's my achievement?
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Ooh. You know, Mr. Narrator, you know what would really make all these moments collecting these collectibles really stick? A Steam achievement. Give me a Steam achievement.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
When will then be now? Soon.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yeah, it was really cool. I really liked it. Oh.
Yes, I love that video.
It's so good. Number going up. Number going up. Doop. This didn't happen, narrator man.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
It's a solid room. Roop.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
Steam
I'm
achievement.
very glad we resisted the temptation.
Steam achievement.
Next one.
We forgot to get this one last time. Let's make sure we go and get it. Though they just aren't going to let me.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
I'm amused that, you know, the dev is using this, one, to comment on nostalgia and memory and all that, but also just like, you look at this and then you look at the Steam achievements for Stanley Parable for not playing the game for extended periods of time, and you get that the creator feels a certain way about achievements and collectibles, but I don't care. I like achievements and collectibles.
This This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Your funny exhibit about the Stanley Parable 2. Yeah, this is where we were. Sort of looked like this. Except for all this stuff that doesn't look like it, but it looked like that. The jumping circle. Give me...
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on.
the jumps.
I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now.
I love the jump circle.
Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
They never give you the bathroom, just the pink room? Okay.
Oh, yes, the 2 doors. Who could have forgotten that? A
Love the 2
classic
doors.
memory, this one.
Classic. And the office.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
Yeah,
There's
I think I
something
played
feel
Blueprints.
I can remember.
Jumping back to you doing narration.
Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Oh boy.
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
You got it,
I
boss.
enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
And are we continuing, or are we doing our own thing?
God, the bumpscosity in here is absolutely
Yeah,
overwhelming.
it is, boss.
1,000? You people have got to be nuts. How can you stand this much bumpscosity?
It's the only way to play. I gotta imagine, because he commented on the bumpscosity, we've just looped at this point. Normal loop. Do I want the bucket? I'm gonna go to the bathroom again. I'll be right back. I'll think about what I want to do. Dunk chose to take the path into the red door. We could go into the red door. We'll do it sans bucket this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You know what I just got?
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business,
craving for
Stanley
him.
took the first open door on his left.
Just got like a really sudden, I almost felt like I smelt one. A really strong craving for like Slim Jims.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else
can do a Slim Jim.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really?
Yeah,
and
really.
In the middle of something, do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, boss.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The 2 of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
Is it murder?
Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for?
Space.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Wow.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Wow.
I actually feel happy.
That's good. You deserve it, narrator man. Alright, we'll just stay here. Ooh. See, we would have missed this if we had kept being obstinate. Look at the pretty colors. Wow. The narrator is summoning his spirit bomb to explode us. Oh, they're going away. Bye. Green. It's also kind of funny looking at the differences between this and, say, Slay the Princess or Scarlet Hollow. Because they're both games that are like, we really, really want to focus on the player's decision making and the story that follows from that. But Stanley Parable is like, and you will get no achievements. You will get maybe one achievement, and everything else is for doing stupid shit. And Scarlet Hollow / Slay the Princess is like, and we will give you an achievement for literally every choice you make. So comfortable watching the pretty lights. Wow. Wow. Yeah. You can't trick me, game. I'm going to sit here until you loop. I will not be denied an iota of this experience. So how are you all doing? Do you have anything planned for the weekend? Are you guys going to be doing anything? I've got my Pathfinder game. I'm pretty sure they're about to go into the final dungeon of the chapter, I think. I can't imagine that there's too much else that they're going to do. And then, beyond that, I don't have too much planned. Oh, I've seen this before. This isn't new.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Okay.
Right. Where were we?
Who wants to know? Me. I asked.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
Ooh,
we'll
funny.
lose all of this.
Funny. Funny.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Funny.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Funny joke. Okay, you got it, boss.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
You gotta come up with more funny visuals then, sir. Man. Let's just see how many times I can fake him out.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Okay.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
It is entirely dependent on if you can entertain me enough, Mr. Narrator. I will continue to fake you out.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
I just think it's funny. The cartoon narrator? Alright, I seem to have run out of options. We'll see if he says anything as I go up the stairs again. Because if he does, I will walk all the way back to the colors again.
No! Oh, thank God you lived.
Hooray!
You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Okay.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Got it, boss. I'm bored, boss. We're going back to the funny stairs.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
You got it, boss. I wonder if I'm the first person to go back and forth this much. Narrator maxing. I want...
No, what are you doing, Stan? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Okay, I'll go back. This is something I'm enjoying a little bit. Part of this game's whole meta is about, you know, decision making. And so the game really tries to facilitate that as much as it can by having lots and lots of dialogue if you go back and forth and back and forth. But at the end of the day, it's a video game and there's only so many ways to progress. Teasing the narrator like this or just going? Hey, I do be quite the brat. You got more dialogue for me, Mr. Narrator, or am I jumping again? Guess we're jumping.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
You got it, boss.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I'm happy when we're here, but then you stop talking. And so I leave again.
No, perhaps not.
Then we go back again. Wow. I do wish the narrator would reach a point of make a fucking decision already. No, I refuse. It's funnier this way. We'll hear all you have to say.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No. Wrong. You see, Mr. Narrator, what I want is to hear your dulcet tones. So I will, even though my walking speed has clearly been damaged by the repeated falls, I will keep going back to the funny room every time you talk. And then I will spin around, and then I will leave if you do not say anything. If you want to keep me in the happy room, you gotta keep saying things. The colors aren't enough. They give up after a while. Keep talking and nobody explodes. Keep talking and we stay. It's very simple. Exactly. That's how it was with the skip button, too. I would only skip when he started repeating himself. I will expose you as a video game, Mr. Video Game. You can't trick me.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
And I am choosing to go back to the funny color.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Well, I am teasing the fuck out of you, sir. I give you these
wanted
moments
us to
of
be
joy.
happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
It's on you, man. You gotta do more. More effects, more dialogue. You gotta do like the narrator and Slay the Princess and give me a drawing. Going down, down. Oh, you know what would be really fun? If we pretended it was the infinite hole.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Drawing of a Steam achievement, it's true.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great.
This is great.
He thought to himself. This is what
I wanted all along. I got what I wanted. I can finally jerk off in peace. Okay. So, trying to think of all the directions we've gone. Without the bucket. There's probably some more we could do with the mind control ending. Boop, boop, bop, bop, bop. We could take the bucket on these adventures. We could answer the phone. Where's the open window? Is there an open window? I think we have time for one last run. So, chat, is there anything you would like to see me do? I'll let you make that call. Bucket or sans bucket, something we haven't done before. Can you tell me a specific thing? Sure. If it's something related to one of the Steam achievements, I have read the Steam achievements. So, I don't mind doing something like that. That is perfectly fine. Yeah, we can do an achievement ending. I do love achievements. Yeah, go for it, Jova. Rerun the game 3 more times and you'll get the epilogue. Oh, well. I don't want to close the game and open the game a bunch of times. Turn the game off and play again on 12th of June 2035. You got it, guys. All right, and we'll just sit here until then, right? We'll just keep the stream going for another 10 consecutive years. Super go outside? Yep. I mean, you can cheese it by just setting your system clock 10 years forward. Which I will debate doing. If I get all the other achievements, I'll decide if I want to get it legit or not. What else can we do? Pop this open real quick. Click on door 430. Yep, log gets here for your achievement. We'll get there. I just don't want to reboot the game a bunch of times right now. We're going down in numbers. 26. 430. Alright. Let's do this.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yeah.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
Okay.
I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Okay.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
You got it,
I want
boss.
to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
You got it, boss. 417. 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
You got it, boss. I'll do anything for the achievement. 437. 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
You got it, boss. 415. 415. 15.
Now, back to door number 437.
Yeah. You can't deter me, video game. Right, yeah.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine. That's in here, right? Copy machine. Where is the copy machine? I don't want to go to the doors. Where's the copy machine? At the beginning? Okay, I passed it. Copy machine. Ah, here it is.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
You got it, boys. Bam.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419, this way. 418, 419.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
You got it, boss.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
We're getting some real, Claire Everard energy now. Alright, Harry, now go click on door 427.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks.
Yeah.
Really now? What were you thinking?
Alright. Yeah, put to menu. And put to desktop. Thank you all for coming out. We might have some more Stanley Parable 2 tomorrow. We'll see how things go. I had a pretty good time. Whoops, wrong screen. This one. Alright, and then we grab you. And I promise at some point I'll finish fixing Firebot. For those of you who haven't heard, I am doing a little community thingamabob in my server right now. We have an audio clip that I found of someone saying, "I'm going to spook the skunk," and then originally it has a car horn. If you have any funny spook the skunk sound effects and you'd like to see them, you know, you can take the soundbite and splice them together, or ask someone in the server to do it on your behalf. And I am eventually going to combine them all into one redeem where it will play one at random. Alright, well thank you all for coming out. As always, you can follow me on Discord and Blue Sky. And again, I don't have I don't have Firebot fixed because I'm so very lazy. So I'm going to handcraft an artisanal raid message. And if you guys would grab it, we'll go and find somebody to raid. Hope you had a good time. Let's see who's online. Mythica is doing some kind of pride event. That's cool. Yarny's doing the new onion ring thingy with a couple of friends. Buzz is doing piano requests. Cereza is doing the first Berserker. Let's raid Yarny. That's what I'm feeling like doing today. Alright. Like I said, if I wake up early enough tomorrow, we'll do some more Stanley Parable here on stream. Hopefully my overlays will be fixed by tomorrow. Maybe I'll fix Firebot. Who knows? But yeah, you guys take care. Have a good weekend. If I don't get back to you before then. And I'll see you around. Bye, everyone. Bye.